Hello, Hot Vibes, and welcome back to our recap of Dare You to Death, Episode 7.
Episodes. Bruh, you have no idea. Okay, I literally recording this freaking episode. I finished it, and then I was like, let me just talk through the murder board while I fix it up, or I'll fix it up first, and then I'll talk. And I sat there staring at it for a good 10 minutes in silence on my couch, and I was like, I need more time on this. And so I literally turned off my camera. I turned off my audio. I was like, I'll start up again when I figure this out. I brought the murder board down to the dining room table because I needed to look at it at a clear view. And when I picked it up, it did chop a piece off of my thumb, which was super fun. Not a lot. It was just bleeding. And then I stood there for a good 30 to 40 minutes trying to figure. My cousins came. And they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm trying to solve a murder. The only reason, whatever theory I have that I have now, the only reason I felt like it was a good theory to finally land on is because there weren't any extra contradictions. Everything I was coming up with, I was going, oh, but he said he was doing this. Fuck. Or, but he was here. Fuck. There was always something. I think I finally found a theory where there's not any contradictions.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's right, but something.
I also came up with a new crack theory. But also, I'm pretty sure my original theory may have been very correct in a way.
I want to know what you saw. And if I saw the same thing.
Well, I'm assuming we saw the same thing.
I'm assuming we saw it. I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But I was like, this must be what he's talking about. But then other shit kept happening, and I was like, I feel like, which one is he talking about?
Okay, well, we'll get there when we get there. But first, how was your week this week? Before we dive into this.
Oh, Jesus fuck. My week. I have either been at work or I have been editing this massive ass K-pop awards video that I've been trying to get up for 2.5 weeks. It started out, my raw camera footage was 2 hours long. And I was like, this is just me talking for 2 hours. This is crazy. And I was like, I want to do more creative stuff with editing. So I'm going to do this. I think it was 63 songs on my list, minus the B-sides, which I haven't even gotten to in editing yet. I think I'm 80% of the way done. And so each of these 63 songs, possibly more if the B-sides are included, 70 something, I had to go and download the music video for every single one so I could cut it into a fun little video before I talk about it. I had to download the instrumental so it could play behind me while I'm talking about said song. And I had to make a title card to put over the music video for each song. So as I was doing this as I was editing, and then when I realized, I could do this ahead of time, I just took my computer to work with me and did it during lunch. Just started downloading a crap ton of shit. And I would just be going, edit, need a title card, fuck, you gotta go over to Canva, over on this side, get it, come back. It's literally, I don't remember what day it was, but I had work the next day, and I went in at 11:15, but the night before that, I started editing at 6. I finally let myself stop and just go to bed because it just wasn't happening, at 2 a.m. So I was editing for a good 6 hours, maybe 7, because I went a little over, and I fell asleep eventually at 3 or 4. I had to wait. I woke up at 8 because I was I'm going to be working at 11, so maybe I can get something done. And I started editing again right when I got up. So I was like, I took a power nap. Great. And then I just kept going. So I've literally just been either filming or editing, mostly editing for the last 2 weeks. This video was supposed to go up 2 weeks ago, and then it was supposed to go up today. It's still not done yet. I'm getting there. I want to get it up by Wednesday, but I'm not putting it on the schedule until it's fucking done. Also, started Me and Thea this week. Have you started it yet?
No.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you started it and I didn't realize.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what you did. Well, fun fact, this is actually kind of segued into this.
Okay.
Earlier this week, kind of jumping in my week a bit, I tweeted out that we were going to this and we were going to do that, and if anyone's ever been to one, what to expect, what kind of advice, and so I started DMing this person who's been to a bunch of the fan day stuff.
Oh, okay.
And talking with them about it, and I asked, I was like, so me and T, I know both of them are in it, should I watch it? And they were like, I would if you could. It's really good, really funny, really goofy, really silly.
It's so funny. And I was literally losing my shit.
And I said, well, I don't have time to react to it on a regular schedule because my schedule's packed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna live react on Twitch like you do. I was gonna do it tomorrow, But
Okay.
it's supposed to be snowy and below freezing. So I'm choosing not to. And maybe I'll start next Saturday. Whenever it's
Yeah.
warmish or I can tolerate the coldness. Yeah, because I want to, and I'm excited.
I've lined it up perfectly so that I watched 2 episodes last week, and then like I finished the last 2 episodes. I think like is it the week we go? Let me look at the. Let's see. It's March 8th is when we're going, right? Yeah, on the 3rd. So I literally finished
Oh,
the
so you
show
finished
on the
like
3rd.
days before we
The week
leave.
before we go. Yeah, right before we leave. So it's like perfectly timed. How was your week?
Oh,
Did
right,
you have
yeah.
a week?
Okay, what else happened
Yeah.
that week?
What happened?
Yeah, so I mean, there was that. I learned more about the fan day stuff. Which, by the way, if anyone else listening to this is going, feel free to say hi if you see us there.
Yes, please say
'Cause-
hi.
Yeah. 'cause-
We want more BL friends.
Yeah, and also I've never done anything like this before, which is why I tweeted it out because I was like, super like, I was like anxiety almost, where like, because I know we're doing the high touch in the group picture stuff.
Yeah.
I have never met a celebrity before.
Have you never?
I've never went to like a Comic-Con convention or any before, so I have like no idea. Like this is all like very stressful for me because I have like low-key anxiety because I don't know how to act or what's gonna happen.
It's baby's first celebrity.
It's very nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah,
because I'm
fair
also very
enough.
awkward in public too, so it's like weird.
I never really think about shit like that because I'll be telling people at work like, "Oh, I did this when I was younger. Oh, I did this," and they're like, "I've never seen a famous person," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, we are in Maine. I forgot about that." Like because I'm so used to growing up around all that, and I used to. People would ask me like, "Oh, have you met famous people?" And I'd be like, not really, but like now that I live here, I'm like more than the average person. Yeah, I really, really have. I never really thought about it that way growing up in California. I'm like, compared to the average Californian, no, I haven't met that many, but that's still quite a bit more than a lot of other people. I got you. If you need any tips,
Great. I will be asking when we are there because it'll probably increase more, and I'll get more worried the closer it gets. So I will be asking you for help.
Most of the time, I think I'm usually good. I think, especially these days, but like. I always say that, and then I go, and then I'm just like, like
It's like, see, you can't be like that if I'm gonna be like that. So like, one of us needs to be in control, and this is my first time, so it's probably not gonna be me.
Okay, fair enough. I can be the calm presence.
Okay, I'll be the like, I don't know, I'll be whatever I'll be, cause I don't know. That's like I could be super calm. I could be completely chill when I'm there. I could be, or I could be losing my ever-loving mind. Who knows?
Yeah. You have no idea. You have no metric to judge what it's like when you meet a celebrity because you've never met a celebrity.
Exactly.
So it's like your reaction of anxiety and oh my god could be no words.
It could. Well, I mean, that's me in my normal life. Let's be honest.
I'm like, well, it's not much for my.
I know. Yeah. You see me interact with people. You know how it is. What else happened? Oh. Actually, I did this morning. I'm gonna start doing a let's play of a game called Mystery Dungeon. Well, it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And I don't know if you've heard of these. You probably haven't or played them more.
I've heard of Pokemon, but not Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah. So essentially, it's really cool. It's almost like a dungeon crawler type game where you go through dungeons as like Pokemon and stuff, and like. But the fun part that I want to talk about is, it's really cool, and it used to annoy me as a child, but now as an adult, I'm like, this is actually really cool the way to do it. When you start the game, you have to answer questions, and they'll select which Pokemon you are, based off personality.
But see, but what if I didn't get? I would have to restart the game until I got
Well, and
it
that's
right.
what annoyed me when I was a kid, because I used to restart to get what I wanted. But it's actually a really interesting way of being like, oh, this is actually really interesting. Because it's also all random too. So if you and your friend are playing the same game, you'll get different questions.
Ah, that's actually quite interesting.
It is really cool and really into your personality. So what I did was, I'm playing this game, and I'm playing this game because I know you can play as Eevee. However, you can only play Eevee as a female. So what I took it normally the first time, honest answers through the first time to see who I would get. And then after that, I kept resetting until I got Eevee because I looked up answers to get Eevee. But yeah, I took it through once to see who I really was. And
who are you?
I'll tell you the nature I got, because each is assigned a nature.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's also different depending on your gender too. So like,
Yeah, because Eevee would be girl.
I got the naive nature.
Naive.
And it's naive male, and a naive female would be someone different. Yeah, so do you want to guess which Pokemon that was?
Naive. Have I met them in the show yet?
God, no. This is like in this Gen 4 Sinnoh region.
Okay.
But also, most of them are... So all the starters from like the first 4 gens are eligible. I'll make this easier. It was a starter.
Oh, that doesn't help me. I literally only know 6 starter Pokemon, and you have not named a single one that I know. Except for, I know our starters. I know Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle.
Yeah, Kanto.
And when I was a kid, I had Pokemon Diamond, and it was Piplup, Turtwig, and Chimchar. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, did you say one of those?
Well, I listed as the first. No, okay. So the Pokemon I was listing were the ones who weren't the starters.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
So I assumed you knew the starters, and you did just list them in one of the 6. So you know
fair
it.
Enough.
You know
so
who I am.
Okay. And if I haven't met them yet, God no, then okay, I've narrowed it down.
It's literally one of the 6 you just said.
Yes, I know, and it's not our original 3 because I haven't met them in the show yet.
Yes,
so
exactly. So you narrowed it down to 3.
Yeah, I've narrowed it down to 3. Let me think of this. Naive, male. Piplup? No, Turtwig.
No. It's Chimchar.
Jesus fuck! Like I just like that kept getting like I just like. Ah!
Yeah, which is funny because I actually Chimchar is actually one of my favorite starters.
I think mine was Piplup in that. In the
growing up, mine was Piplup too. But as I've gotten older, I've been more into the fire type. So
fair enough.
But no,
honestly, I wasn't into the grass types when I was a kid, and now it's just one grass type. So.
Yeah. Anyway, any Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fans, you can check that out on my channel. Whenever it goes up. Anyway, do we want to get into this now?
We do. Dare you to death. Episode 7. I have my notes.
So we get a flashback.
Yes.
To the 8 kids, having their party, drinking. This is not the night Poof died. They're drinking. They're all having fun. We see Champ and Shireen leave. Champ's arm is around her waist as they walk out or go to a different room. And this is what we're believing is the night Jay slept with Poof.
Yes.
That's also being recorded.
Yes, I was like, oh my god, he had that tape. Like that's what he had of Poof. It seems.
Yeah. Now, question about the situation. Mm-hmm. That people were saying that Jay raped Poof.
I'll say he shouldn't have done it when he was when she was like that fucking drunk. Like she was like wasted.
My argument for this is that they were all drunk. I feel because like even when he's walking, like he's like a little wobbly, he's giggly, like he's not sober either. So in my mind, I see that more as just a drunken mistake, drunken one-night stand, drunken whatever on both parties. I don't see it as one taking advantage of the other. But
I feel like Poof was more fucked up than Jay was because they've mentioned it before that she cannot handle her drinks because she takes sleeping pills. And that fucks a lot with it. Doesn't stop her, but it makes her drunker than the rest of them. So I feel like being friends by this point, I feel like he could have made a more informed decision of, I shouldn't do this. She's wasted. Like, I feel like a more informed decision could have been made, and maybe this shouldn't have happened. But I do recognize that his cognitive abilities were probably down too.
Yeah, he also wasn't completely sober, completely in the right mind as well.
Yeah.
Where it kind of blurs the line a bit, in my mind at least.
It blurs the line, but shouldn't have happened. He definitely shouldn't have done it.
We cut to what seemed like fresh after sex, with Jaden come in.
It seems like, is it fresh after? Or is it like the next morning? It's the next morning, right?
I think both.
Were they up that late?
No.
Or were they there that late? What do you mean? Were they fucking for that long?
Well, what I mean is, either Either it was not just one time, or it was one really long time.
One really long time. Like they were fucking for hours. Like I don't think
Like,
they were fucking for
I
hours.
mean, they were fucking till the sun came out, is what I mean. Is that they were fucking till the sun came out. And honestly, I'm just saying, based off their reactions the second we cut to them, that could very well be the case.
Something could happen. Or what happened is like they could have done it and then fell asleep and then they could have woken up and gone, oh, might as well. Either way, this is crazy because they're like, oh, it's early morning, but like,
Either they look like they look like fresh, like.
yeah, but like they're also like, oh, he's like, oh, it's still early. I mean, it is still early morning, and I'm like, and you work at a police station. Someone could go, oh, I have a case to solve and come in early. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I thought someone was gonna come in last episode. I said that in my reaction when no one does.
These bitches are fucking in the police like chill like interview room, and I'm like, guys, what are we? Yes, it's early morning. Put your fucking clothes on. Your boss could come in.
I saw a tweet that said that these two are doing literally everything but solving the case.
Literally, because they were honestly, I guess, like, I would say, what's funny is that while the drugs at the Wild Hunt are the whatever definitely has something to do with it, they were like, I feel like all this like hunting down the Wild Hunt is a wild goose chase, and they've stopped, I think, for now because they've kind of got some sort of lead of other stuff. I'm hoping, but it's mainly just they know where it was. They got the supplies for shit. But like I feel like Wild Hunt, like I was like, why are we over here? He's not giving us info. Let's go do something else. Let's go talk to the kids.
Yeah, they kind of like took a whole long like break, which I think plays into Cummins. I mean, maybe some of Cummins' actions later, towards the end of the episode, where it's like, well, actually, no, that actually has nothing to do with this. Actually, never mind. Well, I'm completely making things up now. I just got back from work, by the way, when we're recording this, so I'm a bit like loopy right now.
I actually took my medicine at a good time today, and so it's wearing off a little, but it's okay. I'm alive. Also, I forgot to put my drinks back up here so that I could drink them if needed, including caffeine from yesterday and boba tea from today. Both together would be disgusting as fuck.
I was gonna say, you have a chance to put that there right now. You have a chance to put that right now.
Why would you say that to me? Why would you say that to me?
I'm just saying.
That is the worst thing you've ever challenged me to do.
I'm just saying, we both know if it was me, I would 100% do it.
Here's the thing. You want to... Let me describe this to you. Brown sugar milk tea, half sweet. And this has 2 different kinds of peach syrup in it and tastes like cough medicine from when I was a kid.
Listen, all you have to do was take both straws at the same time in your mouth and just like suck them in at the same. You don't need to mix them or anything like that, because then it ruins all of it. I don't know if you can. Maybe.
I don't know if I can either. I'm gonna put some in my mouth and then put the other. Oh, this is gonna suck ass. Honestly, it just tastes like 2 different drinks.
Oh.
Like the tastes don't like mix for some reason. They just taste like 2 different drinks. It's like the taste is acting like not physically, but the taste is acting like when you pour oil on water, and you know how it like sits on top. Like when you pour oil on water, it just like does not mix ever. It just kind of like sits on top of the water. Like there's no way to mix it because it is not like physically possible with the way the liquids are made. The taste is doing that. I'm just like, there's the peach. There's the brown sugar milk tea. Like, it's just 2 different things. They can't mix.
Well, that's depressing.
Yeah. I know, we could have had me gagging on camera.
Okay, so they're fresh after sex.
Okay. Yes.
Cumming does get up, starts getting dressed, and he's like, look, we got work to do. Because he says that he needs to rest.
Rest? Oh,
rest.
well, rest.
Rest. You know,
yeah, because
rest.
Oh, so I guess they didn't rest at all in the
I
night.
told you! They were fucking till the sun came up.
They really were. Damn. That's kind of crazy.
Honestly, good for them.
They really said we've been on a tense wire for the last 7 episodes. We're done.
And by rest, he actually means swim.
Oh yeah, like it seems like from what he's saying, I feel like he has like some sort of like routine that he does before he comes into work.
So Jade and Cumming make a bet. They're like, hey, loser does 100 push-ups. Jade's like, oh, I don't know, I would like high school swim champion or whatever. And proceeds to get his ass kicked by Cumming.
Yeah. Very that. Bro, he probably like does this like either once a week every morning or every morning. Like you're not going to beat him. You don't do this on the regular.
Anyway, then as they get out of the pool, Jay's like, my wound, because I was stabbed yesterday. Which...
Yeah, I was like, why are you in the pool, bro?
I was gonna say, why the fuck are you doing all... like, everything that's happened since you got stabbed. Having sex all night, literally till the sun comes up, and then swimming.
I've probably told this story before about me getting, like, the tip of my pinky toe kind of sliced off. It was when I was, like, really young. I was doing swimming lessons, and I was in the showers after, and they had the mats on the floor with, the, like, all the holes in them. The, like, rubber mats with all the holes. And I was, like, bored, and my ADHD brain while I was taking a shower was, like, playing with the holes with my toes. And I put my pinky toe in one of them. And then I went to pull it out. I was like, oh, that really fits in there. And I yanked it out, and it just took the like part of the tip of my pinky toe right off of me. It was like dangling.
Oh, gross.
I was like, this is a dangerous fucking floor mat. And I like went out to my dad. I must have been like 9 or 10 at the time. I don't even remember. And I was like, Dad, look at my toe. And he was like, gee, fuck. Like, he was like, that's bad.
Well, actually, your story reminds me of a story too when I was a kid about toe injuries. I think I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and we were in music class, and you know they passed those sheets of paper to sing or whatever, and I would like crisscross applesauce on the floor, and I was wearing flip flops. I was like, hey, in between my toe itches, so instead of scratching it like a normal person, I took the piece of paper and started scratching it with the paper, and gave all the paper cut on my toe.
No.
And like and it was like in between the like webbing.
Yeah,
of, like,
the in between.
And, and so I did that, and then started bleeding. I was like, oh, I should probably go to the nurse. And I went to the nurse. That's horrible.
Kids do the weirdest fucking things. Like, I was sitting crisscross applesauce slightly behind my teacher's desk once in 2nd grade, and I was playing with a pencil, and the like the regular eraser, not like a put-on eraser, the regular little pink end of it came off, and I was like, what would happen if I put this in my nose? I stuck it in my nose, and I went to get it out, and I couldn't grab it, and I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm gonna call attention to the fact I've just stuck an eraser up my nose as a 2nd grader. And so I was like behind my teacher's desk as she was talking to the rest of the class, kind of hiding a little bit, going, like trying to blow it out. I finally got it out, but like I was like, never sticking anything up there again.
Nope. Anyway, then he gets out. He's like, oh, my wound hurts, but it's just an excuse for him to kiss Cutman.
Yeah. He's playing.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, so you couldn't stand me getting hurt. And he's like, yeah, I worry about you.
I worry. There was a lot of worrying this episode.
There was. And then they go into a photo booth where they have hats.
Oh, I love a good photo booth segment.
Yeah, they go to the photo booth. They have... Oh, they actually...
They have ears on and everything.
I don't know if it still works,
they have a little... Oh my god!
Oh, that failed me.
Dear.
And I'm too tall. Hang on, let me just like crouch. This is bad. There we go!
I have one that's Tata, Tay's,
yeah.
Tay's BT21. I have a Tata one. I don't know where it is or if I still have it. But I do have these.
Okay, that's not the wolf headband.
Too bad. It's at least some sort of ear thing.
Yeah, I literally showed these during my reaction. I'm like, oh, I have that! Okay, I'm gonna take those off, because otherwise I need to crouch.
That's alright. I'll still vibe with my ears. They're cute.
Well, those aren't ears, those are heads.
I don't give a fuck. Because I watched the Pokemon Park video. He's going through all the merch, and I saw all the ears, and I'm like, I bet you Bulbasaur's not fucking on there, because his ears are tiny little triangles, but they'd be cute!
Anyway, back to the show.
We're never getting through this fucking... I'm the one who has to edit this week. This is gonna suck.
I know, and I feel like part of the reason is because we're doing this late at night, and I'm more crazy and eccentric at night.
Oh, I get way crazier at night. If I get home from work, I literally am a chatterbox. Like, my mom just goes every time I say shit because I don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's me. That is me right now. Yeah, they take pictures and they put it in their badges.
I'm just laughing at that because imagine, like, they just go like, hi, I'm an officer. You're arrested. And he's like, oh yeah, let me see your badge. They flip it open. He's like, what the fuck is that on top of your badge?
No, but that's real cute. I loved it.
It is cute, but I just imagine him like, there's 2 ways this could go. He could be like, nothing. I'm professional. I am a cop. Or it could go the complete opposite way of just like, I mean, you're under arrest. Give me a second. But now that you're under arrest, I have you hostage so I can tell you all about my cute boyfriend.
No, because the way I thought about it was that Kamin always like swore by his badge. So now when he does, it's almost like he's swearing to their relationship.
They're leaving the phone booth.
They leave the phone booth because I guess Time's dead. Or Time... Time
is kidnapped. Literally,
was-
here's what happened. Here's what happened.
Here's what I think. Can I say what I think happened, then you say what you think happened?
Yes.
They literally got there like a minute, maybe less, too late. Correct?
Yeah, they got there
Okay.
like a second too late.
Okay, yeah, no,
Literally
that's
a
what I thought. Like, it was, like, so close.
It was so close,
But-
but Smiles had already run off. Yeah, it was hella close. Like, they ran in there and saw it enter his neck, and Smiles had already fucked off because he knew it was happening. Like, no, literally on here, I thought it was like a flashback that we saw what was happening to him for a second. When they were like, oh, we need to get to the seed, Time's seed.
I did too.
So I thought it was a flashback. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was a flashback, and so right here, I put Time is dead, and then I had to cross it out. And put captured, and then I had to cross it again and put dead again, because he like is like
Dead.
dead,
Captured,
captured, dead. Like it's just escalated.
Do you know, I saw on Twitter, and I haven't dived too much into this because I don't want to. Some people already think they figured out who the killer is, and like even after every episode, they're like, "Yep, figured it." Like if it like I know who it is. Like it's not even that hard to figure out. Like I figured it out, and like have like, but they obviously don't say anything because of spoilers. But like they are like, yeah, they're like, I'm like. I when I see that, I scroll past. I'm like, I don't want to know.
Either we're just like really dumb, or we're reading so much into it that we're missing the obvious.
We cut to Jaden come in driving to the scene, where Kamin says, "After this, I might have to go back to the U.S."
No.
Well, he's worried that this case is going to get him fired, and that. Which I don't get. Why do they think this case is going to get him fired? Is it because he's not solving it fast enough?
I'm wondering if that's it.
I mean, I figured it out.
Jinkies?
It's
Jinkies?
because isn't Time's dad a cop? Because there was always Champ's dad's the MP, Time's dad's a cop, and
Yes.
Jay's brother is a cop.
Yes.
Or he might not be a cop. He might be something of high power.
He was
and now
like,
it's like
he was higher power than Jade was. So
it
here's
could be
my
now
thing.
that he feels like he let that happen. He's like, oh god.
it could have been. Yeah, it could have very well. It could be a culmination of that, and like that. Their boss was yelling at them that one time to be like, solve it faster because of all that. Because it's like, oh, the MP's worried about his son, or like he just wants this tied in a bow, or like there's a high end cop that's like pissed that this isn't getting solved fast enough because his son is involved.
Well, a part of me also I originally thought the reason he thought he was going to get fired was because his relationship with Jade. Like, he's technically his superior, and it's like, that's a kind of like that could get him fired. And it's like,
That's
he's
a
saying
good
this
point.
case, but it's really their partnership.
That's
in
a very
both
good
ways.
point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, well, the
Oops.
more you know.
The more you know.
Ah.
Ah.
I'm telling you, when I get home from work and start recording late, I get crazy.
I literally had the same thought at the same time. I was like, "Oh no, we're nuts."
I get very weird. It's like I'm drunk, but I'm not, and it's like
I
weird.
know.
It's like a weird thing. I'm like,
It's like, I swear to God, every time I come home from work, I'm like, it's like I've taken like another dose of my meds, or like my meds have kicked in again, or something like that. Because suddenly I'm just like, da 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 da.
anyway, we see that Smiles has tied Time up, taped his mouth shut, saying "perv" on it, which I thought was funny. And kind of like walks over and is like, resting their arms.
Bro, this was creepy. Just like,
And again, we can see their chin.
I know. I was pausing it a couple times to be like, who the fuck is that? Like, I was like trying to see who the fuck. You can't see it. I've tried. You can.
But
all
can
you
we
can
see like
is a
an
neck.
Adam's apple or no Adam's apple or something? Because I'm like,
Oh, I didn't think about that actually.
I don't think so.
You see a blink of it, and it's like, ugh, I literally stopped and rewound it. I'm like, skin! Like, I got so excited. It's not enough to give us anything.
Well, it's funny because that was a shot that someone on Twitter said. Like, they had that picture and they're like, yeah, like this is so obvious at this point.
What do you mean it's so obvious at this point?
Well, here's the thing. I'm sure most people, or some people on Twitter who aren't watching this blindly, probably read the novel and probably already know.
True.
So I'm
That's-
sure
that's
people
a good point.
know.
Nobody tell me. I swear to God, if anyone tells me,
I mean,
I'll be
we're
fired.
7 episodes in. I'm sure we'll stay blind this far. I'm on Twitter every day and I haven't seen.
That's
shit.
right. I don't touch that, so like,
Yeah, we should be fine.
I don't see anything. But
If I do see something, do you want me to tell you I saw something, or should I just play dumb?
play dumb.
Okay.
Because if I know you saw something, I'll be reading your facial expressions when I say certain.
Well,
shit.
right, and if I told you that I saw something, then it would be like I can't participate in the case anymore.
You can't participate.
Like I would just sit here and you'd be talking. I'd be like,
and then when I'm like, this is my suspect, you'll just if you make any sort of face that's like, ooh, I'll like, even if it's slight, like I'll be like, does that mean it is? It's not. It is. It's not. Like I'll be reading everything. I can't.
Yeah,
okay. I gotta stay blind.
I'm pretty sure I won't, because most people are like, oh, I know who it is, obviously, but like obviously no spoilers. If you know, don't say anything. So like,
I don't know how that chin is obvious, because like we have seen a good chunk of the people in this cast in other things, especially the people that are still alive. Like I feel like we would recognize immediately who it is, because we'd be like, oh, that's we know her, we know her or him from every other show, so we know what they look like. So how are we gonna, like, how are we not seeing something, you know?
I mean, part of a chin is no freckle behind the ear. I'm just saying.
No, the freckle behind the ear was
no freckle behind the ear.
Freckle behind the ear was a smoking gun.
That was me. That was me.
That was all you. Congratulations once again.
Anyway, then Jade and Kamin arrive with some other cops, and Kamin realizes that Tonklaz, or the car from Tonklaz's garage, is here. Will be the hottest, juiciest moment of your life, which I thought was pretty cool.
Fair, because blood is hot and juicy.
Is it?
Yes. Like it's a liquid that'll seep all over you. That's juicy. You know, you're full of it. And it is warm.
When I think juicy, I think of like eating. Like, you know, like when you like bite in an apple and you're like, oh, that's a juicy apple. You
know why they say that? Because liquid is coming out of it when you bite it. When liquid comes out of it and you go, ooh, that's juicy. If you bite into an apple,
but you don't drink water and be like, ooh, that's juicy.
Well, no, because it's fucking water. Like,
exactly.
Water's not juicy because it has no flavor. Like,
well, you don't drink apple juice and be like, ooh, that's juicy.
That also makes it sound like I drink blood. I don't.
Let's clarify that.
If it's think about this in terms of a funny zombie show. If like there's zombies that like crack jokes or are still half conscious and they bite into someone, they can say, oh, that's juicy, because there's like, you know, juices and blood coming out of it. You know, like that. Like, and when you cut into a steak as well, the blood comes out of it. If it's medium rare or whatever, it's a juicy steak. Like, blood is juicy, you know? That's what he's going for, I think. Because blood is warm and blood is juicy, depending on
I knew blood was warm, but I'm also like, I feel like...
I think he's going for juicy just to be like, I mean, he's just using it because it's the best thing he could use to compare it to the tapes, I think. But
true.
It still makes its point.
Anyway, then Smiles presses the button as the knife moves towards Time, but also hears Jaden come in. And they all come in right in the nick of time to be too late. And
yeah, they literally witnessed the knife go straight into his neck. I'm glad you guys witnessed it. I'm sorry.
And you can see like on their faces of like the horror of like, oh my
They're
God.
like, oh my fucking God, we just saw that. We saw that happen in 4K.
Anyway, then come in, ask Tankun what's up here. Then Jade's like, ahem, and he's like, sorry, Dr. Tankun.
See, this is funny because
okay, good.
I know that he's let him go, or at least is like, okay, fine, I'll step back. My bad.
It's funny because
he's just fucking with Jade now, and that's funny.
Okay, good. I'm glad we both agree on this, because I was watching it and I'm like, see, this is funny because he's just fucking with Jade.
That's funny because he's fucking with Jade.
Okay. And Tankun's like, well, as you see, the victim died instantly from a stab wound to the neck. I detected the smell of a volatile substance too. We'll send the body for autopsy and further substance tests.
Volatile substance is... Does K have volatile? A smell? Does it have a smell? Let's do some Googling. Does. Oh, God. My FBI agent's gonna be like, are you good? Like, I'm planning a fucking murder over here. What is it mean?
You're planning to solve a murder.
It's like, I promise, I swear, okay? I'm just ADHD and watching a murder mystery. In its pure pharmaceutical form, it's generally colorless and odorless. However, in recreational or illegal contexts, it may have a faint, bitter, or chemical smell.
Anyway, then Jay comes over, and Tankun's like, oh, I didn't know you were here. And
he wants so badly to be like, oh my God.
And this is when he starts fucking with him, because he keeps calling come in, and not Inspector. And Jay's like, you know, you can use my nickname too if you want. You don't need to use my formal name. And Tankun's like, well, I'm not trying to get close to you, Captain.
I'm not not trying to get close to you. Oh, yeah, he's playing with fucking fire is what he's doing.
Anyway, the truth card reads, is it true that you secretly filmed sexual partners, even your close friends, including Pu-Fi, Jay, and Champ?
And Champ. Like, Champ is a new one. Like, we didn't
Champ's
know
a
that
shocker.
one. We knew those, but we didn't know Champ.
Now, my question is, who was Champ with?
Yeah, because then it wasn't one of their friends, because they would have mentioned it.
Was it with Pu-Fi as well? Was it with some other...
It could have been.
Fourth party in the situation?
I would say it would be a fourth party, or it'd be Pu-Fi. Like, I feel like that'd be the only reason, because I don't think if Smiles was one of these three, I don't think it would have made a difference if they said, oh, also, like, or Shireen, I guess, since she's the only one left of these three. I don't think it would have made a difference to leave it out, like, or it would have had no merit to leave it out. Because we've had talk of, like, so many different instances, unless it's all the same one, of Pu-Fi's clip hip-hopping around. So
well, I'm thinking it's the one with Jay.
Either it's that clip, or there's a lot of clips, and because people just keep doing shit to her.
But we know for sure that Jay and Pu-Fi were being recorded. We don't know. We now know confirmed that Champ was being recorded, but we have no idea with who.
Yeah, technically at this point we don't know. Like,
and if it was Shireen, I feel like they would have said that. They would have said Pu-Fi, like Jay, Champ, Shireen. Like, they would have added her to the list, but didn't.
Like, if it was left out on purpose because, say, Shireen didn't want anyone to know or some shit like that, then fine. But also, or to, like, hide something. I don't know.
Well, that would mean Shireen Smiles, if that's the case.
I'll get there when I get there. But I have thoughts. I have many thoughts.
Honestly, I have lots of thoughts too, and that's one of them.
I have what you could say, some sort of smoking gun.
My thought is I have 4 people who it could be.
I have 2 in my theory.
I have like 4 different theories. No, I have 4 people who it could be, but some of them are like could be working together in some way, shape, or form, and I don't know how or which ones.
Every time I fucking thought of a theory, there would be something there going, actually, but how would he have done that if he was doing this? And I was like, fuck. And so I would move the pictures again, and I'd move them again.
Something that might open it up is it could be more than one person.
That's what I'm saying, is my theory is that it's 2, and I have the 2 that I
Mine
think
is 2, and I don't know who the 2 are, but I know I can give you some example of who it could be. The 2 that I have, these are the only 2 that make sense in my theory. Like, if I put either of them with anyone else in that it was 2 of them, it just didn't make sense. It's driving me nuts. It's fucking the fun. This was the longest I stared at my murder board for, trying to figure out what the fuck was happening. Anyway, then we go to the dare card, which is, if you want to stay alive, then come take the car from me. Take the car from Tonkla's garage, leave it at the warehouse outside the city. Which proves that he was only helping Smiles because of the dare card, which is why he said last episode, I believe, is that could be the reason why.
This is where my smoking gun comes in. Should I say it now?
If it comes in here, yeah.
Basically, Time being forced to get the car, make sure Jay, like, knock out Jay so he wasn't, like, involved or anything, was, like a dare. It was a dare. And it came on a card and everything like that. That was his dare card. Yes?
No.
Yes, that's what he said.
His dare card was go to this garage, take the car, and bring it here.
Fuck.
Is your gun no longer smoking? It's a nothing about attacking Jay. I think he only did that because he didn't want Jay to see. And Time maybe act on his own. Of like, hey, I don't want Jay to know that I'm doing this for Smiles to keep me alive.
No, I had such a good fucking smoking gun, and now it's gone.
Is your gun not smoking anymore?
I'm so fucking mad.
What happened? What happened to your gun?
You know what? It doesn't. Well, see, my gun was like dependent on it. I thought in the fucking truth, in the dare letter, it said, make sure Jay doesn't get too close, or intercept Jay so he doesn't, like, or something like that. And I was like, how does Smiles know that Jay's gonna be there unless Jay, like, told him or was Smiles? Like,
it says, quote, dare card says, if you want to stay alive, comma, take the car from Tonkla's garage and leave it at the warehouse outside the city. End quote.
You see, I saw
It
take
says
the
nothing
car.
about Jay, nothing about interception, nothing about beating him over the head.
Here's the thing: I saw take the car from the garage, and then I filled in the rest.
Okay, that was wrong.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I honestly, this doesn't have too much of an impact on my theory. Honestly, I could just change Jay around, and and nothing else is really an issue. It doesn't seem like it's really, yeah. It's not too much of an issue. But like I had like I was like, but how did he know? And then like it turns out that he didn't because it wasn't in the letter at all. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was so cool of me. But yeah, it won't change my end theory at all. I'll just move Jay and it'll still be similar. It's fine.
Anyway, then we have his Times Pornhub account. The ID name is time6969. Password is time69.
What a boring ass bitch. What an uncreative bitch.
I didn't know. I know some editing, and I did think it was funny the 69s. But I'm also like, that's to have it be your name, your name twice.
This is I'm pretty damn sure an illegal porn site. It doesn't say that it's like a shady community, but honestly, if he kept posting, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think Billy saw naked people.
I definitely did. I clicked it. I saw something. I'm like, whoa, that's the logo, kind of.
Oh God.
Anyway, then come in and tells the guys, and he's like, look, find evidence of illegal buyers and sellers, check the DMs, do all that stuff, and then delete everything from it afterwards. Then they find out that the car belongs to Champ.
Yeah. I was like, of course it fucking does. It's always going back to fucking Champ.
Well, then, speaking of Champ, it seemed like he just got out of the shower. He gets a call from Shireen. And she's like, I got the letter. They have pictures from the clinic.
Dun dun dun! Apparently a clinic she was supposed to have closed?
Yeah, they closed down the clinic after getting Pufai's abortion. After all three people tell Pufai to get the abortion.
So apparently they were all doing... I was trying to figure out if they were like all doing it, or if it was just like come in trying to figure out if, and putting things together and trying to see if it was everyone there. So everyone did it. Like they were all there being like, you should do this, or whatever. Was that what was happening?
I guess so. Like it almost seemed like they all were assuming...
Because...
forced her or pressured her into it.
Because we know that Champ and Shireen were definitely there because there was like camera footage, right? Like there's a picture. There's
a picture that we see them right behind Belle and Pufai in the wheelchair.
So they were definitely there. I'm trying to think of how this impacts my theory.
I don't get this whole like thing in general, I'll be honest. Why is this her there? Is this the worst thing? Like I'm like I thought this was Belle's big thing. Why is this now Shireen's thing too?
If my theory's correct, she seems to be getting lighter. Like it's not as accusatory cards.
Okay, so we're kind of on the same page there. If that's the case.
Yeah.
This went back to what we were talking about earlier. I feel like Shireen would have been mentioned in the tape thing if she was involved, which I'm assuming she was. Probably.
Maybe she may not have been, but I we don't know. There's literally no way to know. Can't be used.
Well, I mean, I was assuming she'd be paired up with Champ. I don't know. Maybe Champ was with someone else. I don't know.
Conjecture. But sadly,
honestly, I feel like we are on the same page at some of this, and then where I'm gonna give you some weird shit, and you're gonna be like, the fuck are you talking about?
I'm gonna give you not weird shit, but like definitely different from my previous theories shit. It's changed around completely.
Well, then Champ asks about the drugs that they exchanged the night Pufai died. And this is where she gives the same story as before, where she like, Pufai said with her last year, she wanted to prank everyone. I didn't mean for her to die. Is it my fault that she died?
Yeah, it's basically the same sentence structure and paragraph that she said to Tonkla. She just told the same exact thing to Tonkla.
Like
tears and everything. Yeah, tears and everything. Like she's like, this is her set story. Like she's not going in more on it. She's not saying more of what it... She's not even saying, oh, I gave her this, or I traded this with her. She's not even mentioning the drug's name. Part of me wants to... If she has nothing to do with this, part of me wants to think, oh, well then she probably gave her, like, extra sleeping pills to make sure she was asleep. But then she thought she overdosed her or something like that. I don't know. And so she's like, oh God, did I kill Pufai? But this almost seems rehearsed.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
It's like she gave us no new information than she told Tongfa, and I'm like...
Something's not clicking. Like, she's not telling... There's something that she's not saying. Because she's saying the same thing over and over again. So there's definitely something hiding behind that paragraph. I just don't know what it is. I do know what it is. I have
There's like a big secret she's keeping from literally everyone that we don't know about. But then Champ's like, don't worry, I'll be fine. Tomorrow we'll meet up and we'll go see Jay together. Then he hangs up. And he has a card too.
So...
But we don't know what
everyone but Jay right now has a card. Dun dun dun.
Anyway, then Jaden come into Champ's place the next morning. And he's like, let them in. I've done nothing wrong when the bodyguards try to stop them. They're like, look, this is your car. Like, we know you were involved. Tongkla's dead. Jay got hurt. And now Time's dead.
This was driving me nuts because he was like, yeah, whatever, for Tongkla. And then he said Time, and he was like, what?
That tracks, because there was that one scene, interrogation where Champ told him, he's like, we're the only reason that you're in our friend group. Like, no one really likes you. Like, he didn't really give a shit about Tongkla.
That's fair. He didn't give a shit about Tongkla.
But he was shocked that Time died. If
Champ is actually dating Shireen and wants Shireen, then he would have been like, great. I'm glad he's
dead.
Good. Yeah, good. Like that's, yeah, fair enough. But I was like, it seemed like he was shocked that Time was dead, and which I'm taking into account. But
there might be a reason, because both their dads are cops. And he's realizing that I feel like he kind of felt very safe with his dad being the MP.
Yeah.
And now that Time, whose dad was also a cop, is dead, now he's like, I might not be as safe as I thought.
Yeah. This was driving me nuts. Him looking shocked that Time was dead and not Tongkla. I forgot that he hated Tongkla so much, and it was driving me nuts as to why he looked shocked. And then part of me, while I was looking at the murder board, and I was moving so much shit around, and I was like, but why was he shocked at the time? And I was like, oh, he could have heard it through the grapevine. And then when I said that, I was like, you know, what fucking grape? There's no grapes left on the vine. They're all dead. Like, there's no one left to hear it from. So, like, I was like, what is this? But now, you know what? That makes sense.
Or
that
Time's acting. Or Champ's acting, or whatever.
Yeah.
He could fully be acting.
He could fully be acting. There are people in the room. He could be acting, but also he hated Tongkla. And honestly, I like your theory of like, oh, maybe I'm not as safe as I thought. You know, like it makes sense.
If it's genuine, I believe that's the reason why. And then he confesses to what happened, where Time asked to borrow his car, and he gave it to him. What happened after that is no big deal, or to him at least.
Or to him, yeah, to him is no big deal. Oh, he's dead. Oh well. Now, here's the thing, because this is what we've been seeing with Champ. Like, he even said it in, like, the first episode. He was like, oh, I wear a mask. Like, I don't really show my emotions when I'm sad that people are gone. Like, he was being a fucking dick about Pufai being dead, but he was like, oh, that's because I wear a mask or whatever. And you can literally see him kind of put it on in this part, because he's, like, shocked that Time is dead. He's like, what? And then, like, almost immediately he's like, I'll let him borrow my car, so anything that happened after that I don't really care. Like he literally like slips it right back on in that moment. So I believe him when he said that.
But then Kamin brings up the fact that if he knew Pufai was pregnant, and he's like, how would knowing that help with anything? Like, it doesn't matter.
that's not a shocked face that like Jay had before. Jay was like fully shocked.
Well, he admits he admits he's like, yeah, I knew. Like, it was a long time ago. And then Kamin revealed about the abortion too. And this is where we pause and flash back to the conversation with Shireen, where it's revealed he was there at the clinic with them. And he asks, he's like, what does this have to do with Pufai's death? Like, are you trying to make me feel guilty or something for not helping my girlfriend with that? Like, what's the deal? Kamin's like, have you and Shireen received the letter yet? And he's like, not yet.
Oh, gee, not yet. Yes, you fucking have. This is why people keep dying, because they go, I haven't received anything, and then they've received shit.
But then Champ gets up and hands them a little, like, flash drive thing. And he's like, take this. It will explain everything.
Interesting that he's done
I have thoughts about this, and when it's revealed, I'll talk about it.
I don't know. I don't know what my thoughts are saying about this, but like,
I have two. I feel like there's only two things this could be, and we'll get there. But before that, we have Jaden come in the hallway, and Jay's like, so it seemed like Jay's clear because there was police outside his door the whole time, and we made sure he was there the entire night. So Jay's no longer suspicious of his brother.
Okay, neither am I. Neither am I anymore. Now that my smoking gun is dead.
And Kamin's like, don't worry, I won't let anything worse happen to him already happened. Your brother's like my brother.
Mm.
And he's like, if we weren't on duty, I'd kiss you. And he's like, well, what's stopping you now?
In my reaction, I think I said this. I was like, you mean the fact that we're outside of Champ's apartment? I think that would stop me. I feel like I wouldn't even open the door or anything. Like, I don't want to see... That would impede the investigation so much. He'd be like... I just...
And then we have Jay in the hospital room thinking back. He thinks about Pu-Fi at the party and then her death.
This scene was kind of sad because like the music was playing over it, and while all these people are fucking dicks, the whole meaning behind it is like Jay is like, I keep losing people. Like even though they all sucked,
Bell,
I'm losing people. They keep like dying, and the music behind it, I was like,
Cla.
oh, don't catch me crying for these horrible people. Don't stop it.
Then outside, we see a hooded figure with a mask and
About to turn down the
glasses.
hallway. He looks like he's about to swerve a little to turn down the hallway, but stops when he sees
the cop.
he sees a cop sitting outside the door. And we
We can see for a brief second who that is.
Oh, very, very clearly. I literally rewound at the very end just to like double check, but those are Sing's eyes.
I didn't even have to. I screamed. I knew it.
I said that for when I watched it for the first one, like he was there for a blink, and I went, "Those are Sing's eyes, right?" Oh, he has very like specific soft eyes, like that's very clearly Sing's face. But I still double checked at the very end.
That is 100% Dr. Puth.
Yeah, it's Dr. Booth. But I have part of my theory is included in that, so I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. I just know I freaked out during my reaction to this part.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, you were like, but it's like, honestly, this whole time I've been like, obviously he's involved somehow because he has top billing on the credits. So like, he's not just chilling here for 2 episodes. Like he's in here more than it says.
They did it in a good way where like if you think about non-BL fans watching, because remember this show is on Netflix. Like
Yeah.
this isn't just I don't even think it's listed on Netflix. It's listed under like crime and stuff. It's not even listed under like BL stuff.
It's like under crime and stuff like that. Ooh.
Yeah, so anyone could really discover this. And so if you're watching this not a BL fan, you're gonna be like, forgot about this character existed, but they're dropping him in just enough where he's relevant. Like in episode 2, one scene. Last episode, one scene to remind you about this guy existing.
Yes.
Who dealt with specifically Pu-Fi's body.
Fair enough. The structure of him being like reintroduced makes sense for them bringing him back around to reveal him later. That does make sense, actually. Oh, I hate that makes sense. That ruins my theory.
Like, he's covered up head to toe in the black hood and mask and glasses, which we know from that one thing outside, I think, Belle's apartment.
Yes.
That kind of confirms he's that same person.
Yeah. Because he had the glass. Yeah, he was in this exact same outfit, I think.
Yeah, so he's involved somehow, in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And he is Pu-Fi's brother. Anyway, and Jay's like, who do you think the killer is? And we see Shireen pull out the picture of her and Champ at the abortion clinic with Belle and Tonkla. No, not Tonkla, fucking Pu-Fi. That was random.
Tonkla getting the abortion?
That was random. And Kamin says, those two are either the starting point of all this resentment, or they're holding a secret of the whole gang.
Dun dun dun. Which honestly could line up with mine.
And they go to the abandoned, shut down abortion clinic, which took me a long time to realize what the fuck this was.
Really?
I was like, this looks like an abandoned doctor's office. Where the fuck are we?
Shireen literally said that she like closed it down, and then they walked into a medical facility. Like,
How
what do you mean?
Does she close it down? She doesn't have power.
I am wondering if maybe her parents have like some other kind of like, or at least at the very least she's rich. Like she could have, maybe she has some sort of power. She could have found a way around like getting that done or something.
I don't know. She kept clinging to the champion, like, "Oh, I don't have power like powerful parents like you do to protect me. You need to protect me. Oh, protect me." Like that was her whole thing in like the first 3 episodes.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Anyway, it took me a long time to realize. And then when we saw the medical records, I was like, "Oh, wait, I think this is the abortion clinic." And then we go into the abortion room, and I'm like, yes, this looks like the abortion clinic."
And then Kamin has some sort of like "That's So Raven" moment.
That's sick. That was sick. That was a sick shot.
That was actually quite cool, just seeing everyone like come in, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
for half a second, I was like, have we turned into a supernatural kind of show? Like, I was like, but no, it was just him kind of like putting pieces together, like in the back of his mind.
Now, my question, I asked this when this was coming up, I was like, oh, this is interesting, but also, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? What does the fact that Champ and Shireen were with Belle taking Pu-Fi to the abortion clinic have to do with anything, really?
Do we know when she got the abortion?
After she slept with Jay.
Do we know when that was?
After the first scene in this episode.
Timeline-wise, do we know when that was?
Before she died. That's all we got. I don't know what you want from me. I know nothing. I know pretty much everything you do. I don't know when this happened.
Oh, wait, no. Honestly, no, that would make sense. I was thinking of something, but that would make sense.
My thought, actually, when we were talking about the whole clinic stuff with Shireen, she's like, oh, they have pictures of the clinic. I thought she was the one who got the abortion plot twist. And it's like, and Bufai didn't get the abortion. And it's like her abortion thing, and it's like storyline there. I don't know.
Yeah, but the nurse was wheeling her in, so...
Yeah, no.
Let me think about this. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out as well how the baby and the abortion fits into the story and fits into why she was killed. Because I feel like it's part of the reason. Because why would they be on this so much? Why would they be talking about this so much if it had nothing to do with it? Why are they at the abandoned abortion clinic looking through files if it had nothing to do with why she's dead? There's a reason why this is here.
Hey, random question.
Mm-hmm.
Could you pull up the Come-In Vision abortion scene?
Oh, sure. I shall do that. Are you asking if
Puth is the
Singh
doctor?
is the... Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's I think I looked at it. I'm pretty sure like I either paused or rewound and I checked his face again, or at least checked it pretty close when I watched it. I don't feel like it is.
Okay.
I think it's just a guy wearing
I mean, the
glasses.
glasses are definitely different, but I'm also like, if back then he could have different glasses. So it's
I was like, is it him? And I was like, it could just be a guy wearing glasses.
Okay.
But like...
Just, I thought, because that would tie into the case. But yeah, so then we see someone wheel Pufai in for the abortion, Bell sitting in the doorway, Shireen and Champ join behind her. And again, this doesn't... Maybe they're just trying to put the whole, like, timeline together, and they're trying to figure out what happened, but...
I think they are. I'm trying to figure out a way this works in my theory, but it kinda. Again, it's a theory, mostly conjecture.
Then they find an old man going through some shit, and he's like, this place been closed down for a month. Oh, a month. Maybe? A month ago?
Maybe not when she got the abortion, but like it's been closed down for that long. Honestly, I don't know why she would wait years or a very long time to close it down afterwards if that was the reason she closed it.
Come in says, do you know how long this place has been closed? Or Jade, and he says less than a month.
Less than a month, yeah.
So it's been closed for less than a month.
It's been closed for less than a month. And I feel like if Pufai's abortion was the reason that pushed Shireen to figure out a way to close it down, I feel like she wouldn't have waited years to do so.
No, she would have done it, like, immediately. Like,
yeah.
Pufai was probably the last abortion in the clinic.
Could have been. Or at least,
which means she got the abortion less than a month ago. There's your timeline. Less than a month ago.
Okay. I'm
That's
working on
the
it in
closest
my
I can
head.
get you.
I'm working over less than a month ago. So a month ago, maybe. I would say a month ago she had it. But also, it's been a minute since we started the investigation. Hasn't it been a couple weeks? Or has it been... How long has Pufai been dead for? Because hasn't it been a couple weeks?
I have no idea timeline-wise. I'm like, I want to say maybe a few weeks.
So, like, did they...
Wait, hang on. Didn't the douchebag boss say, like, you have 3 days?
It's been longer.
And we haven't checked back in with him since that episode he was, like,
No,
there.
It's been longer than 3 days.
Are you sure?
I'm sure it has to have been. Because I just edited that episode. It was either episode 2 or 3, right? And...
Right.
Literally, it's been so much longer than 3 days. See, think about this. There's been I know for a fact there's been at least 3 days since they, or at least 3 or 4 days since that detective or since their boss said you have 3 days, because there's been like a death a night. It was Bell, Tonkla, and Time. That's 3 days. So it's been more than that. So
have this case been going on for a week? Did we say a week? Maybe a little more. 10 days?
Here's my thing. If I was for half a second going under the impression that it's been a couple weeks and they're still just trying to think it through, and if it's been a couple weeks, then my thought was, did they close the clinic after Pufai died?
No. I don't think... What would be the point?
Because the point would be, maybe it had maybe whatever the fuck this abortion stirred up has something to do with why she was killed. And closing the clinic would cover some sort of tracks.
Maybe.
But I don't know how long it's been is the problem, so I can't say that.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
don't know the exact timeline, so that kind of screws us. Yeah, so you think the the clinic was closed after she died.
If there's been weeks since Pufai died.
I don't think it's
Multiple
been weeks.
I don't think it's been weeks either.
I want to say maybe a week, maybe a little more. Because all these like you said, were like days, like boom, 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 like one a night. Like they were going like relatively fast.
They were going relatively fast. But also, I don't know if there was like a random day where everyone was just chilling and not investigating that we just didn't see. So like, I don't actually know how long it's been.
And I don't think a serial killer would wait a couple weeks before killing their next victim. Like a serial killer acts relatively fast, right?
Not necessarily. This serial killer, I would say yes. They seem to be, yeah. In a general, non-specific serial killer way, serial killers, if they have like a typical victim that they go for, they will kill and then they will give it a couple weeks to kind of let everyone cool down and forget, and then they'll strike again. But because this one seems to be hellbent on revenge and a very specific trajectory, I would say they go faster.
Yeah, I'd say a week to 2 weeks, somewhere in that range of the case. Anyway, old man's like, yeah, I've been hanging out here. There was a woman who used to come here, and they're like, is it Shireen? He's like, yeah, that's her.
When did he say she came? He saw her before. He says. I threw that down. Okay, no, he says something like, "Oh, I saw her once."
Do you know how long it's been closed? Less than a month. Yeah. Okay. Less than a month. Last time, a woman was hanging around here too, just like you officers.
Okay, didn't ask anything. Just was hanging around.
Yeah. It was just she was hanging around here. Maybe looking for stuff. Getting CCTV footage.
Thank you for helping my theory.
You're welcome.
Oh, I needed that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
In the office, we play the audio that Champ recorded last night of him and Shireen.
He recorded Shireen saying, "Oh God, I'm worried that I killed her. I didn't want to kill her. I like, but what if I did? Because we were pulling a prank. La di da di da."
And this is where one of two things are happening here.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious. What?
One, Champ is starting to doubt Shireen, and he's actually trying to help the case and be like, "Here, take this. This is what she said. Go look into her." Yeah. Or B, he is trying to get them off his trail and throw Shireen under the bus because he's involved somehow. It's one of those two things. I have no idea which one.
With my theory, it could technically be either or both at the same time.
Well, no, my guess is that if Champ is innocent, he is doing this because he is starting to doubt Shireen and be suspicious of her.
And he's trying to be helpful for the first time ever?
Yeah, he's trying to be like, because he now doesn't trust Shireen anymore. Like, he was trying to protect Shireen this whole time. He was protecting Shireen. Now that he's like starting to doubt her, he's like, look, she could be behind this. Because all he cared about was him and Shireen pretty much. Because he thought they were both innocent, maybe. If he's starting to doubt her, he's like, I can't protect you anymore if you're not innocent. And is trying to point them in her direction. Or he's actually involved somehow and knew that conversation made her sound real bad and is trying to point them in her direction to keep it off him.
I have a theory that he's involved, but not as involved. Like, involved in a way. Definitely involved.
Well, anyway, then Jada and Kamin get their letter.
Oh my fucking God. I was like, he walks in with and he hands him a black envelope. I was like, don't.
So this is a dual letter. It's not even one for each of them. It's a dual letter.
It's just a dare, yeah. Because honestly, they haven't fucking done anything except for impede Smells' operations. So really, they haven't been doing that either. Like, Smells has been getting away with everything. Right.
So we cut to the hospital where Champ and Shireen are, and Shireen's like sneaking off to see Jay without telling the police or anyone. That's kind of crazy. That's a really good idea. And Champ's like, who would we even tell? Like, telling anyone could be risky. If Jay already got a letter or learned something from the police, we need to be ready.
We need to be ready. What the fuck
Don't you want to survive together?
What the fuck does that mean? We need to be ready.
I think it's, well, again, it could be ready to counteract or ready to protect yourself. Like, I think Champ is a very selfish person.
I do too. I think you know what, I agree. I think he's looking to protect himself here. He's like whether he did something or not, he's probably like, we got to come up with a strategy to make sure no one suspects us, whether he did shit or not, because that's probably what his father would be doing either as well. Just like,
right.
Make sure you cover all your bases kind of thing. Don't you want to be protected when he gave the cops the fucking tape of her? Like saying that to her after he gave the cops the tape of her is crazy.
Again, I think he's starting to doubt her. Like, he doesn't trust her anymore. After hearing that because she was also keeping that from him until he pressed her about it. Like, this is a huge piece of information that she conveniently left out about switching drugs with Pufai.
But I don't think it's. Here's what I think. I think your second one was more in line. I think that he can tell that that things are starting to point at him. It's his car. There's multiple things where they just like look. The cops always turn in his direction to question him because things keep popping up about him, and so he sees that happening and is like, and again, just like in this instance before they go into Jay's room. He's like, cover all bases. Let's get the cops off my tail because I didn't fucking do shit. And yet there's things pointing at me. Seems like someone really wants me to be suspected. So I'm gonna give them someone else. Someone who thinks that she already killed Pufai. Easy. He is selfish enough to, I don't think he's ever like liked her like that at all. I think he just, he doesn't give a fuck. He wants what he wants. He does what he does.
True, but he's been protecting her for a long time. Like I feel like
he seems to have all the power in this group. He is the guy that everybody goes to. He is the hoarder of all the secrets, which is what I've kind of termed him as.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. He knows all.
It's kind of keep your friends close and your enemies closer kind of situation.
Right.
Everyone to him, I don't think he has friends. As was said near the beginning of the show, it's like he doesn't really have friends. So we're the closest thing he's got, kind of. We're his group. And so I feel like he kind of uses them as like shield or protection or whatever. So I think him protecting Tureen has kind of been him holding on to a possible use that he could have for her for future possibilities. And in which case he has found one. Chuck her at the cops.
So are you saying that if he's innocent or guilty? Like, is he involved or is he just completely innocent?
In my theory, I don't think he's innocent, but I don't think he's Smiles. I'll get there. Okay. Trust me. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean.
So anyway, Jaden come in, read her letter, and they only have a dare card. And the dare card reads as follows.
Mm-hmm.
The so-called Avenger of Justice who thinks he can handle everything. Are you brave enough to accept the challenge? Find out among Champ, Shireen, and Jay. Who is the real culprit? Fail, and it may be you who dies instead. And we see come and linger on the and it may be you who dies instead. And that's when he realizes
he
Jay
worries.
could get killed.
Yeah.
He worries.
He worry spikes. It's like fuck, major worry. That really came out. He was like, I gotta protect you immediately. So.
And he tells him to go check on Jay in the hospital.
Yeah.
I'll stay here.
It's like, there's a cop watching the door. He's like, it's like, but I am a cop. It's like, yeah, well, there's another cop then. There's 2 cops in one room. You're safe, okay?
Yeah.
Go to the fucking hospital with Jay.
Well, then come in like snaps. He like slaps his desk, stands up, and he's like, I said go, so go.
He literally, like, he just wants him to be safe. So badly.
And Jay's like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you suddenly, why are you acting like this?
I think this has something to do with whatever happened before that he mentioned.
Right.
What happened last time?
I'm wondering what they're like another love affair with someone who dies, or maybe just a regular partner.
You mentioned maybe his dad was like in our little or battle of like how the fuck or who the fuck, what happened to come in to make him like leave or come back.
Right.
You mentioned like maybe his dad. The reason he died was because of whatever happened here.
Right. Yeah, yes.
So I think he lost someone close to him. Maybe that's a possibility. Yeah. Or even so, like he could have just like lost someone that as a first responder, he could have like gone to like help like someone in the case, like who was a victim or something like that, and they could have ended up dying because it all went wrong or something like that, and that could have scarred him. Like he very well could have lost someone. I think that's pretty obvious. We just don't know what fully happened.
So then we see Jade cutting apples in Jay's hospital room, and Jay's like, "Okay, why are you really here? Like, what's going on?"
He's like, who had a fight?
Yeah, he's like, what's going on? And Jay's like, come and wants me here because we received a letter. And he's like, you received a letter? Like, go to him, go be with him.
He's like, a fucking letter? Yeah, like literally, like why aren't you guys looking after each other? You've been safe when you're with each other.
And it was in this moment where I started to suspect Jay.
Really? Oh, I'm very curious as to why. Oh, tell me shit.
Well, first off, is kind of the obvious that he's the only person who has not received a letter yet. That we know of.
It's very obvious. Yeah. I have my fucking list over here. I had to add Jade and come into it.
Yeah,
but everybody,
including people outside the group, got some before he
literally
did that we know of.
Everybody has received on it. except for him.
And there was something else that I didn't think of until afterwards. In the scene before where you were feeling like, oh, that's so sad that he's thinking about all his friends like that. We see him think about Pu-Fai when she died, Tar when he died, Belle when she died, and Tongkla when he died. And each one is seemingly from Jay's perspective. So why was Tar there if Jay wasn't there to see it die? The first one is Pu-Fai when they're like waking her up. He was there for that.
Yes.
Belle, it's not even Belle getting acid poured on her. It's her being wheeled out in a gurney and Jay seeing her.
Yes.
The next one is Jay witnessing the crush
yes.
of Tongkla.
Yes.
Tar, he wasn't there for Tar's death. But in the shot that we're watching, it shows Tar is dead.
Let me see that. Okay, let me go look for that. I want to see that shit. Like
And while you do that, I'll also add the fact that Time wasn't shown because, as we know, he was there in the hospital room when Time died.
and it shows him like seeing it, like not even. Oh, that's actually really interesting. Fuck. That's actually a smoking gun.
Now, this could this is my crack here.
It could be nothing.
It could just be him being sad and thinking about all his friends dead and, like, being alive and then dead. Because that's what we saw. That could very well be the case. But again, why didn't we see Time then?
He might not know he's dead by this point.
And then going back to this, is that my theory was that it's Jay and Puth who are behind all this. Random combination, I know. And Puth, when he walked by, he wasn't going to attack Jay. He was there to see him and talk to him. Like, he and then saw the cop there and had to leave. He was there to break Jay out.
We're thinking a similar thing about Puth. However, not in the same end circumstance.
Okay.
We're not seeing Puth here and going, he's here to kill. We're both thinking that.
Okay. Well,
that he's not
another
gonna
thing
kill
is that Jay, assumingly being Pu-Fai's baby daddy, would play into this abortion storyline that we're focusing on.
It would, because he'd be like pissed. He'd be like upset. He'd be like, "Wait, what do you mean? You all three of you took her to get this abort? Like my kid? Like I could have had a kid? Like blah, blah, blah. Like
right.
Like that could be something they could play with."
It could, again, I don't know. This is like crack theory central here because I honestly don't think it's Jay. But all this started to click in my head after this episode, and I'm like, and also the fact that he's saying, "Hey, stick with Kamin. Leave me right now and go with Kamin. Get away from me, back away from me, go to Kamin. Get the fuck out of here and be with Kamin."
Is because maybe the thought that there's two Smiles, he knows the other one could very easily kill his brother without remorse, and he wouldn't, Like, he's like, whoa, okay, actually there's major danger because I know who the fuck is after you now. Kind of.
Or I'm wondering if when Jade came in, what if he substituted the other cop and the other cop left and Jade went to go to come in and left Jay alone?
Could be possible, actually. That could be very well a thing that happened. To play devil's advocate for the seeing Tar dead. To play devil's advocate.
Well, I mean, I already played devil's advocate for that.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, we both kind of have. It could have. It could have very well been the fact that, one, he doesn't know that Time is dead yet, maybe at this point, and so they wouldn't include him in the montage. But in the editing room, they may have wanted to be like, oh, he's sad that everyone's dead, so we're going to juxtapose it with alive friends and dead friends. However, we don't have footage of him witnessing Tar dead, so we're just going to put Tar dead there.
Right,
just
exactly.
Like,
and that very well
dead.
could be the case, and if that ends
Yeah.
up being the case, fine, so be it, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. But, that is interesting.
I did notice it was weird.
That.
I thought it was weird. And also, making it more innocent is if Puth or whoever the other Smiles is was there with Tongkla, knew Time would be there. So Jay screaming and freaking out wouldn't have been for the audience like you think. Instead, it was for Time.
True. If it's Puth and Jay. If Jay's involved at all, then yes.
If that's the case. Like a lot of it does point to him now that I'm thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And that's just something I want to put out there on the table.
Here's the thing. Like, some of these theories are like, they're good theories because there's less contradictions than other theories, or there's no contradictions versus but also there could be a couple theories that make sense with no contradictions whatsoever, and they'll still be completely wrong.
Right, exactly. And this might be one of them, so who knows. Anyway, then I guess Jade be Kamin home, because Kamin comes in and Jade's already there. Look, I want to talk to you. And Kamin's like, look, I'm not really into it. It's not that I don't trust her or anything, it's just... And he can't get it out. And Jade's like, look, just because I went into you first doesn't mean you can walk all over me.
He said, communicate, bitch.
Yeah. And he's like, if you don't clear things up, there's going to be nothing to talk about. And he goes upstairs to his room. And did you notice him stopping in a doorway, turning around, waiting for Kevin to follow him? And he doesn't, and he's sad.
I don't want to notice it.
Go back and watch it. He literally stands there for like a good second, and he like looks out the doorway,
as fuck.
and he's like, "Hello, are you there?" And he's like, "Damn, he's not coming." And he slams the door and like pouts on the bed.
Oh no.
Yeah, he does that, and then he falls asleep, and Cummins there, and he reaches out to him.
I like that he does come up here and go, I'm sorry, I've thought about it. I need to be honest with you. Like, he actually does think about it and work to make it better. Like,
sort of, yeah. Because when Jay wakes up, he's like, "Why is your face red? Are you drunk?"
Maybe he needed liquid courage.
No, exactly. That's the thing. I think the only reason he was able to do this is because he got drunk.
This conversation, like, whatever the fuck happened to him, probably he does not talk about it a lot.
If I told you everything I've been through, like, promise me you won't judge me. Which I'm like, what did... Like, I'm very curious what happened.
Yeah, won't judge me. Like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah, and he says later, and he's like, even if I'm not a good person, like...
Like, what do you mean?
Can
like,
I still be with you?
What the fuck did you do? Like...
I'm so confused.
I'm concerned. If the goal is to worry me that like, Cummins has done shit, like, I'm worried.
I mean, he very well could have had a pass as a cop. Like, that wouldn't... Like, that... You know, could have happened. Depending what he did, I think is a big question, which I'm hoping we'll find out soon.
Yeah, hopefully in the next episode, I would think, because he's about to say it here or some shit, or at least he's gonna talk about it, and then we cut.
So the end credit scene is coming to the living room. Dad looks like a mess, so we start cleaning up, and the pillow has a picture on it.
EICD?
Oh, I think so.
That would be funny if it was. Like that's a really like no hate to the pillow, but that's a really choppy looking pillow. Like it's put together, it's like thrown together. It's like not.
It's literally, I think. Well, I mean, it's
just
supposed to look choppy because Jay did it.
It's a screen printed picture on a pillow.
It's literally a piece of paper taped to a pillow. Like that's what it is. Like it doesn't look like it's on all the way.
Imagine they do sell that on ETCD and they send it to you and you open the box and it literally is a picture taped to a pillow.
Well, it would make sense because Jay did this. Like Jay did it himself.
He'd be
it's
like,
fancy.
authentic.
Yeah.
Authentic merch for $60. A piece of paper taped to a pillow.
Well, Jay comes in and he's like, "Hey, do you like that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep it." And he's like, "See, you should try being more free. You know, just let go." And he's like, "Okay." And he starts about to draw on the pillow, and it's like, "Wait, that's the only one."
That's the other
And
one.
I'm like, "Okay, fine.
Wait.
I'll draw on you instead," and draw the little mustache and goatee on him. And then he tries to get the marker from him. Come in, kind of fights it, and then he starts rubbing the marker on his face.
I feel like this was Dunk actually laughing for a second there and breaking character.
This 100% was.
This
them.
was fun. This was just them having fun. Yeah,
This
absolutely.
was June and Dunk laughing and having fun.
Just laughing and having. I could feel that shit. Like that was like, oh yeah, this is just them being goofy.
Yeah, that was just like completely like unscripted, just them fucking around and having fun. And I love that. That's like a great thing to have.
I love shit like that. I love seeing like actors like almost break or just like bloopers. It just I don't know. It makes my heart feel like happy for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It heals my soul.
So, MVP for this episode?
Okay, MVPs can be. I guess MVPs can be people we don't like. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I have mine.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Champ?
Champ.
Yeah. He definitely was like whether or not I liked it, he was influencing the story the most in this episode.
And he gave them the thing, and again, the two theories I said, whether it's him actually trying to help the case and point it to Shireen because he suspects her, or covering his own ass and pointing it to Shireen. Mm-hmm. Regardless, they are looking towards Shireen because of what he did.
Yeah.
And he is happy with this. Whether he's the villain or not, it doesn't matter. He wants them to look at Shireen, and that seems to be what's happening.
Murder board?
Murder board.
Murder board. Let me tell you. Shit went down with this murder board.
Yeah, you said that at the beginning. You're like, I've spent like 10 minutes just staring at it, doing nothing.
Shit went down with this murder board. Yes. Okay, let me walk you through the story I've concocted in my mind.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, because it's quite the story. And it's all theory. But some of it makes sense. So, let's go back to... God... I don't even know. I don't know what would have started it, but say maybe it's the abortion, maybe Pufai wants to tell someone, and say Champ was the father, but he made her get an abortion. Say Pufai does something that Champ doesn't like.
You think Champ was the father?
I don't know. I'm just saying, say Pufai does something that Champ sees as a threat to, like, him being, like, either put in prison or, like, his family being, like, fucked over, like his dad's an MP, probably stressful. Say Pufai is gonna do something that ruins him. And as someone who only cares about himself, he's like, oh, well, maybe I should kill her. Maybe I should coup Pufai. The only thing I've put next to his name is Hoarder of Secrets. Knows everyone's business.
Right. I believe it.
He knows, because he knows everyone's business, he finds out that Shireen and Pufai are gonna pull a little prank. And they right, I was gonna move Jay. I don't think he said it anymore. I'm gonna move Jay.
I'm starting to doubt him, though.
Go back down here. Maybe I'll put him back, who knows. But he finds out they're gonna pull a little prank. He finds out what the prank is. They're gonna pretend that Pufai is asleep or whatever, possibly dead or hurt, and call an ambulance. And they're gonna drug everyone, and they're gonna wake up, and she's gonna be, oh, is she dead? Oh gosh. So he's like, opportunity. So, before the party, having some good connections, he decides to get some highly illegal death row inmate drugs. He has a lot of connections. I'm sure he could find a way to do it. And before you say, it was at the Wild Hunt that they got it, I actually went back and looked at that scene, and all they said was that they got the acid there and the ketamine there. That's it. They never said anything about the drugs that killed Pufai. May not have gotten them there at all. So, Champ could have, with his connections, gone somewhere and easily gotten highly protective medical supplies with no problem. He sees the opportunity. They do the whole prank. Everyone's asleep. He's pretended to drink. He didn't because he knew he would fall asleep. Yes. Okay. If he drank, he knew he'd fall asleep, so he didn't do that. He injects Pufai with the drugs. Everyone wakes up. He pretends to wake up. She is dead. Shireen, having planned this prank with Pufai, is like, fuck, I think I killed my best friend by giving her whatever the fuck she gave her. And so, as said by Champ, in this episode when he's on the phone with Shireen, you called the hospital after she died. Why? I think she panicked, felt guilty, called the hospital and was like, I think I killed her. What?
I was thinking about this as you were speaking. I went up to pull this scene.
Yes.
Champ says, you insisted on calling the hospital to talk to someone.
Yeah. Yes. This plays into it. Don't fucking worry.
Okay.
We don't know in what context she was going to talk to someone. She could have wanted to talk to someone out of guilt. But she calls the hospital. Who answers the phone? Our friendly Emmy Puth, who is the medical examiner on her case. So she's obviously, like, she calls him and she's like, I think I killed her. Maybe, did they kill these drugs that I gave her? I think I killed her. Puth, having done the examination, knows that's not true because he knows what's been in her system. And so he's like, fuck, I can't, tell her. What?
That...
Huh?
Are you talking about when she called the night they found Pufai? He wouldn't have examined anything yet. Okay,
no,
I was gonna say because he wouldn't have examined anything yet. That wouldn't make sense.
No, this could have been way past the examination, like a couple days after maybe, or like a day or two after. So she calls. She's like, "Oh God, I think I killed her." And Puth, knowing that's not true because he knows what drugs are in her system, is like, he's like, I can't tell her. It's kind of illegal for me to tell her shit because this is an open investigation, and she's not family. But she's like, how could I have killed my best friend like that? I feel horrible. And he feels bad for her. He's like, fuck. I don't want her to go, jump off a fucking cliff or something because she thinks she killed her best friend. So he's like, you didn't. This wasn't an accident. She's like, it wasn't an accident. What do you mean? And whether he tells her what drugs were in his system or not, she does know, maybe with the argument that she had with Champ outside, that someone knew that the prank was going to occur. Only one person. If she did have that argument with Champ about that outside. And she connects some dots, she does some thinking, and she's like, oh my God, Champ killed my best friend. So, knowing that, she, I think this is the thing that, breaks her, snaps her, and she's like, you know what, all of you are dicks to her. First of all, Belle, you aided in the whole, forcing her to abortion thing, if that's what happened. Tar recorded her, Tonkla sold the clip, to time. Like, everyone's involved in...
Objection!
Yes. Objection.
So was Shireen. She was involved in the abortion thing too. Her and Champ as well.
We saw her there. It's honestly, same can be said for Champ. We saw them in the camera footage, or we saw them walking in. We don't know that Shireen probably went with them, because she goes with Champ for fucking everything. Her best friend's having an abortion, she's probably going with her to see her. But my guess is that if this is a correct theory, Champ and Belle were like, it's fine, like just get the abortion, just get it. Shireen could be behind them, feeling powerless, as she stated to Champ before, as she's always powerless, just like being like, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this. Like, not being involved, but being there. We don't know what they were saying while they were there. We just know she was there. That's my, like, little easy way out gray area for that situation. Meanwhile, as she kills all these people that were directly responsible for hurting Pu-Fai in some way or shape or form, the call today with Champ, as we said, she says the same thing that she's been saying to Tongla. She was weaseling her way out of it again. And trying to maybe guilt trip him, I don't know, but that would work if Champ had a conscience, you know? So...
But my question is, you said the reason they were fighting was because of...
Maybe. That's a maybe.
The drugs?
That's a big maybe.
But then why would Champ ask about that? Like, it's like, what...
You're the one who brought it up and said they were fighting about the drugs. Like...
I was just throwing spitballing. I'm not adding this to my theory.
Okay, but, like, here's the thing. She could have not told him what they were giving people. I don't even know. And she still didn't tell him in the phone call of what she's hiding that shit, like, easily. Possibly because it doesn't matter, because she knows it didn't kill her. But honestly, that conversation is a little bit of a, like, in orbit somewhere else. Like, I don't even know how that fits into the story. It could do. It's a question mark for now. Not super well thought out, but it was the best I could do after 45 minutes. But during that phone call, as we see, she's doing the same paragraph she gives to Tongla, and she said, and what she said really stuck with me. She said, "You believe me, right? That I didn't do it." Like she kept saying that over and over again at one point. She was like in tears. "You believe me, right? That I didn't do it?"
But she also asked, is it true I killed her?
Yeah, I know, but she does say, rewind, go back to the scene. She says something like, you believe me, right, that I didn't do it.
Champ says, no one's blaming you. And then she says, Champ, you believe me, right? I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then Champ says, I believe you're not involved.
Asking over and over again, like, you believe me, right? That I didn't do it. You know I didn't do it, right? You believe me, right? Is a little suspicious. And I want to cite Adolescence, because I watched that recently, and it was really well thought out, really well filmed. Like, story of a kid committing murder, you know? On Netflix, won a bunch of awards. He says, like, this 14-year-old is taken into a jail cell, and his dad meets him in there to, like, sit with him for a bit, because he's allowed, and he's sitting there crying, and then he stops crying for a second and looks at his dad, he's like, you believe me, right, that I didn't do it? And, like, just the question kind of gives the dad pause and goes, like, he stops for a second and he goes, oh, yeah, of course not, of course you didn't do it. But, like, it's... When asked with it, you have to think, like, why are they asking me if I believe them and not just telling me that they didn't do it? Like, they're checking in and making sure that they can trust me, like, with this possibility that I didn't do it. Like they could use me as someone who would 100% fight for them as someone who didn't do it. So I saw this and I thought of that. She's, like, trying to, I guess, emotionally manipulate Champ, if he had them, about, you know, like, come on, like, I didn't do it, I'm crying, I'm sad, please, believe me, I didn't do anything. Just like she was doing with Tongla in the previous episode.
Right.
Meanwhile, she's been hip-hopping around and killing everybody. And as I said, we already know she was in 2 different dare cards, wasn't circled, got out of it, hasn't been mentioned in the truth cards at all.
Yeah.
Not included whatsoever. And also, like, there was no necessary, like, there's no, like, specific, strict alibi, like Jay being in the hospital room with a cop watching the door. There's no specific alibi for any of these murders that she has. Also, for Tar's death, specifically, the episode after, when they discover his body and everything, and then the next day comes around, we see...
That was all one episode.
Shireen. I think it was, like, episode 3, maybe?
No, episode 3 was when Belle dies.
Yeah, it's also where, like, end of episode 2 is when Tar dies, but then episode 3, they're,
it's
like,
the middle
talking.
of episode 2, and then they find the body later.
Yes, and they find the body. That's what I'm talking about. It's, like, the next day after he's dead is, like, what I'm talking about.
Well, they find the body the night of.
Yes, they find the... I'm not talking about his body. They find the body the night of, and then the episode, like, ends at some point, but then the next day is in the next episode where everybody kind of finds out Tar's dead.
Does it matter what episode or just talking about the next
No,
day?
we're just having a
okay, who cares what episode?
I don't know, we're having a fucking argument for some reason. So Tar, you know, fucking, what was I even on about? Oh yeah, the next day. So the next day, Chireen's talking to Tongla on the phone that one time.
Right.
It was when she I don't know if she calls him or he calls her, whatever. But it was either him or her that was like, they say Chireen was supposed to meet him at the club that night.
Yes.
Supposed to meet Tongla. What if she was at the club? What if she was there killing Tar? What if she only said that to Tongla to be like, if he sees me without the mask, if he sees anything happening, he won't know to suspect me because he's been expecting me to show up and meet him here anyway. I don't know why she would have told him that, but she was supposed to meet him there and she didn't, which is weird. Inconsistency. And it is connected to a death. So I'm gonna say that's a possible point in the favor of her being Smiles, not a hard cut one. Now, to bring Puth into the equation, all my theory is of him and why he's been showing up at Jay's hospital room. We have a similar thing, he's not there to kill him. However, I think, because he had the conversation on the phone with Chireen, maybe he suspected when she hung up, or like was like, I'm gonna, she figured something out. Maybe she figured something out on the phone, and then hung up right as she figured it out, without telling him something. All these people then start dropping. And I'm wondering if Puth is like, oh god, I know who did it. Oh god, I know who's killing all these people. And he is going around trying to either warn people, stop it from happening, checking in on the people that are left, Jay being one of them. Maybe he went to the hospital to turn the corner to see if he was okay, to go into his room to see if he was good, just to check. But he was like, there's a cop here, I probably shouldn't. What if he was going to Belle's house that night to check and make sure she was still alive? Either got there and saw she wasn't, or saw someone run it out and left, I don't know. But he was there that night, and maybe that was why. Not because he smiles, but because he knows what's happening. And he's trying to either... He feels like bad for the whole situation for Chireen and knows she probably just snapped, and was probably trying to, I don't know, intercept her maybe to talk her out of it or talk her down instead of getting the cops involved. I don't know. Being an Emmy, that's probably not smart, but like, I don't know. That's my theory right now. There's no contradictions against it. There's not a lot, at least. I
want to alter your theory just a bit.
Okay, go for it.
And it's the Puth section.
Okay.
Because when Champ's on the phone with Shireen, and he says, you were so eager to call the hospital to talk to someone, I read that as she wanted to talk to a specific person.
You read that as someone being italicized.
Yeah, she wanted to talk to Puth specifically.
Interesting.
This goes into my Puth and Pufai are siblings theory, and she would know that. Her best friend would know that. And her best friend would want to alert her brother of that. And
but then if you continue with my theory, why would Puth be going to see Jay and not want to kill him?
Because it is two people, and it's Shireen and Puth.
Yeah, but he didn't look like he was going to kill...
What?
I mean, he could have been, but he didn't look like he was...
He could have been, we don't know. Like, because all we know is that the Smiles wears very similar clothes, just with a mask on their face.
True, and I think that's a red herring. From what I'm seeing, at least. That could be a red herring.
But they're...
Like, oh, he has a mask.
I don't know. I think the idea that... Because I like what you said about Shireen, like, you know, accidentally thinking she killed Pufai or whatever, and then calling Puth. Because she wanted to explain to him.
Yeah.
She wanted him to be on her case.
And then when he said, "Oh no, it wasn't accidental. Someone did kill her."
And they are and it's more of them working together.
That could have been a connection there, true. But then why would he be? Oh well, if he was her brother, and maybe he would have been more inclined to tell her his sister's best friend, without worrying it being illegal. You know, he would have been more favorable to tell her. Shit.
Yeah, like he could have gave her all the information. He could have gave her all the drugs. It's like he could have helped her in different ways. Also, then we have the whole dare card in the picture frame that Pufai got, which kind of throw the wrench in the whole not just eventful thing.
I forgot to include that in the fucking proof. Okay, so like I forgot to even think about where that fit.
Because other than Jaden come in, everyone got a dare and truth card, and we don't know what her truth card is.
This could be all about her trying to frame Champ, because as I said before, things keep pointing at Champ, and she knows that Champ is the be all end all. He's the one she's most pissed at because he killed her best friend. So she's trying to frame him for all this shit. Right. Maybe putting something in Pufai's room, a letter in Pufai's room, kind of like deters them from thinking there's like two killers, you know, a Smiles and a Pufai's killer. It makes them think there's only one, so they're only after one person. That would help in the case of them thinking it's Champ if everything's pointing at him. They won't look anywhere else.
Yeah. But no, I like the idea that Shireen, because honestly, I'm starting to suspect her too now. Like, I don't, there's something up with her that she's never really mentioned.
Yeah. In
the letters, and like, I also like the idea that if Puth is Pufai's brother, them doing this together to avenge her. Because Champ, we see, he doesn't really give a shit about her.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
And like my original thing was, it's Champ and Pufai doing it together. I think it's the opposite. I now think it's Shireen and Puth.
As I said, there is as I said in my most recent one I posted actually, when I was going through the murder board, there is it's very suspicious that there's nothing against Shireen. Like there's something against everyone, but the fact that she has nothing against her right now, or nothing from Smiles against her, is suspicious. The fact that there's a hole.
It is. And her dare card or truth card is like pictures of things we already knew about, but just with her being there. Like it's almost like Belle's truth card, but with Shireen involved now.
It's like how Pufai's literally just was like, you've done nothing bad, but you should kill yourself. Like, it didn't, there was no truth to either of their things. Like, especially Pufai's, because, like, she didn't do anything. So, like, if Shireen is the one going around killing, she's not going to be like, I did a bad thing. Like, she's not going to blackmail herself, so...
I'm also curious what Champ's card says. We don't know what that says, but I feel like that's gonna hold some real...
we have no idea what it says.
That's I mean, really maybe it's pointing out to be like, oh, you cheated on your girlfriend with Shireen. I mean, that would kind of involve Shireen.
Yeah, but then we'd know that. I feel like there's something bigger at stake here.
Exactly. Well, then it's
Or his could be like you killed Pufai, but then I dare you to shred the letter or something like that. I don't know. Like, it's...
Yeah. But then the only issue I had with the Shireen being the thing is, and then trying to avenge Pufai, like, if she was sleeping with Champ, she's sleeping with her best friend's boyfriend. Like,
she may not be though. She did explain to the cops that she was kind of just like had to like be in this relationship with him because she needed protection, or he said that he would help her. Or something.
She did claim that he like threatened her or something.
Yeah. So, like, maybe, like, there's a ethical or moral way out of this for her, I guess. Like, it wasn't, like, a cheating on him, making her boyfriend cheat on her because she wanted to. It's because she had to. She was forced to.
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, their relationship is what's a bigger question mark for me, because I have no idea what this is.
We still don't know if they're actually sleeping together, or if there's just, it's never been said outright. It's always been alluded to.
All right. Anyway, that was our recap of Daring to Death. Episode 7.
Yay.
We still know nothing pretty much. We got some more solid theories, you know. We're now suspecting Jay. Jay's in the mix now.
We've got interesting theories are floating around now, instead of just the same one each episode.
I'm convinced one of the four of them, Champ, Shireen, Jay, and Puth, one of them, or multiple of them, is Smiles.
Well, duh. It'd be weird if it wasn't any of them.
Well, it could be
imagine... Well, fucking... If it's Ken, that's fucking insane, because we've gotten zero, evidence against that man. Like, I could just, he literally is, the only time we've ever seen Ken is when one turns to him and goes, hey, could you get this? And he goes,
Yeah, he's like, oh, sure.
Literally, that's it. So I don't think it's Ken at all. But, if it was, a fourth party that we've never met, that would be boring.
No, that'd be
make
dumb.
No sense to the story.
I don't think it's that. I think
it's someone.
It's just I feel like we know it's one or more of the four of them. We just don't know where.
Which is the point.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the point. I'm more confident now that it is Shireen. I do agree with a lot of your theory.
Okay.
But I'm also convinced Puth is somehow involved, in a big way. And I'm still convinced that she or he is Pufai's brother. I'm
all
still
right,
convinced.
if you say so.
We
We'll
have
see.
3.
If he is,
don't doubt
congratulations.
Me. Don't doubt me. You know what
I
happens
know.
when you doubt me.
I
Don't
know.
even.
Whenever I doubt you, it ends up being right, and the universe curses me. Okay, fair
It
enough.
does. Yeah. I mean, we still have 3 episodes left. Hopefully next week we'll get more evidence. We'll learn about Cummins' backstory. I was gonna say another death, but I don't think there's gonna be.
I don't think there's gonna be another death. I hope not. I'm full up.
No,
All
I'm
4.
also like these are like at least from the Avengers. They are like the 3 main Avengers.
Yeah, if someone dies, then it's gonna be very. And the fact that in Cummin and Jade's letter it said between these 3 pick, it's gonna eliminate one person if they kill another. Like, it's,
Yeah, and it's like I mean that was like a challenge. That was like a, hey,
yeah,
this is like the final fight. Like the final fight.
yeah. I'm not killing anyone else. You got to figure it out, like that kind of thing. So like,
yeah,
or you're dead. Like,
I would be
that's
shocked if one of the 3 of them dies before the reveal.
I would too. Yeah, I would too. I feel like they could if we get the reveal and they kill them in the same moment. But like,
exactly, that
yeah.
that doesn't count. But like, I'm talking about like another like actual like murder. I'd be shocked. Anyway, join us next week for Dare to Death episode 8, where we'll find out hopefully more, and maybe we'll have a more concrete theory moving forward about
narrow
who
shit down.
Smiles is.
Yes, we get narrow shit down, I promise.
So we will see you all then.
See you then.
Bye everyone.
Bye.